Close your eyes and imagine the absolute end of the world. Not a fire, not a flood, but a sound. Or rather, the total absence of it.
Breathtaking.
Somewhere, 250,000 miles above your head, 4 human beings are currently hurtling toward a shadow. They are strapped into a capsule of humming electronics and pressurized oxygen, moving at speeds that defy human comprehension. But in a few seconds, the most sophisticated machine ever built will become a tomb of silence. The radio static will hiss once, then clip into a void.
There it is. We have a failure in guidance system. Reroute to auxiliary.
The Earth, with all its billions of lives and comforting noise, is about to vanish behind 2,000 miles of solid, ancient rock. For the next 6 minutes, they don't exist to us, and we don't exist to them. This is the moment humanity lets go of the hand of Mother Earth and steps into the true dark. The transition is not a fade, it is a decapitation of the senses. As the Orion spacecraft slips behind the massive, rugged curve of the lunar limb, the invisible threads of microwave radiation that bind these 4 souls to their home world are physically severed. This is the loss of signal.
Initiate contingency protocols.
In an instant, the constant, reassuring chatter of mission control, the status updates, the telemetry checks, the familiar Houston accents, is replaced by the rhythmic thrum of life support and the sound of their own heartbeats. For 360 seconds, the crew of Artemis II are the only living things in a universe that feels suddenly, violently indifferent to their survival. To truly grasp the weight of this isolation, we must look back at the pioneers who first felt the cold breath of the lunar far side. During the Apollo era, this blackout was a source of profound psychological tension. When the command module pilot drifted behind that horizon alone, he became the loneliest human being in history, separated from every other member of his species by a planetary body. But Artemis II carries a different burden. This isn't a solo watch. This is a crew of 4. And while they have each other, they are operating a craft far more complex, venturing further than any human has traveled in over half a century. They are the first to test whether our modern digital umbilical cord can truly be cut without the mission unraveling. The physics of this silence are as unyielding as the moon itself. Radio waves, for all our mastery of them, are slaves to line of sight. When Orion enters the lunar shadow, the moon acts as a gargantuan lead shield. There are no relay satellites waiting in the lunar stationary orbit to bounce the signal back. The blackout is an unavoidable consequence of the laws of the cosmos. If a fire breaks out, if a computer freezes, or if a hull breach begins to hiss in the dark, no one on Earth can offer a solution. The 4 astronauts must be their own gods. They are the pilots, the doctors, the engineers, and the priests of their own destiny. Inside the cabin, the atmosphere thickens the moment the signal drops. We often visualize space as a panoramic vista of stars, but for the crew, the far side of the moon is an arena of forced introspection. Outside the reinforced windows, the sun may be eclipsed by the lunar disk, plunging the spacecraft into a monochromatic abyss. The landscape below is not the familiar face of the moon we see from our backyards. It is the far side, a battered, chaotic wasteland of impact craters and primordial dust that has never known the gaze of a human telescope. It is a terrain that looks less like a neighbor and more like a warning. The tension in Houston during these minutes is a cold, clinical kind of agony.
Transient warning on the main bus.
Flight controllers, some of the most brilliant minds on the planet, find themselves reduced to spectators. They stare at frozen data screens and flatlining heartbeats.
Verify status check.
Still nothing from the capsule.
Every contingency has been simulated, every emergency procedure memorized, but the blackout is a reminder of human insignificance. It is the period where the control in mission control becomes a lie. They are left waiting for a ghost to reappear, praying that the mathematics of orbital mechanics hold true against the chaos of the vacuum. For the astronauts, Wiseman, Glover, Koch, and Hansen, these 6 minutes are a distillation of their entire lives. They are trained to be the pinnacle of human composure, to treat a life-threatening crisis like a math problem. But as the static dies, the perception of time begins to warp. Seconds stretch. The Orion capsule, which felt like a fortress of high-tech safety on the launch pad, suddenly feels like a tin can suspended over an infinite drop. They are traveling at thousands of miles per hour, yet in the silence, there is a sensation of being perfectly, hauntingly still. They are looking out at a side of the moon that holds no city lights, no oceans, and no comfort. The technical risks during this window are subtle but lethal. The spacecraft is currently locked in a free return trajectory, using the moon's gravity as a cosmic slingshot to whip them back toward the safety of Earth's atmosphere. If the spacecraft's thrusters were to fire accidentally, or if the guidance system suffered a momentary lapse, the crew would have to identify the error and correct it manually, using nothing but stars and sextants. They are the ultimate redundant system. These 6 minutes are the final exam for a decade of training, a test where the price of a failing grade is an eternal orbit around the sun. Yet, beyond the mechanical danger, there is a spiritual transformation that occurs in the quiet. For the first time in their existence, these individuals are untethered from the collective consciousness of the human race. They see the stars as they really are, not flickering through air, but as piercing, unblinking needles of light. Apollo astronauts famously reported hearing strange music in their headsets during the blackout. In the silence, the mind fills the gaps. It feels like the universe is trying to speak. When Orion finally crests the lunar limb and the sun floods the cabin, the radio link snaps back. Orion, Houston, we have you. In those 5 words, the isolation ends. The Artemis II mission is the herald of a new epoch. We are training ourselves to be a species that can survive without a constant echo. A dress rehearsal for a future where humanity must be truly independent. As you look up at the moon tonight, remember that there is a side of it that is always in shadow, waiting for the next 4 humans to step into the quiet and prove that we are no longer afraid of the dark.